Welcome to one more edition of Politics Done Right. My name is Egberto, Willies, your host. As we all know, there's quite a bit happening on the other side of the world. In Gaza, we know what's occurring. We know that Netanyahu and the IDF are committing what most of us believe to be war crimes. And there are a whole lot of people suffering in Gaza. Well, Americans are over there not only are over there now doing some good things.
So we're getting ready to break the siege of Gaza, the naval blockade, by taking this enormous ship, and there'll be hundreds of us on board, as well as our enormous cargo ship that's taking so much desperately needed humanitarian aid. But just take a look at the preparations that are going on so that we can get aboard and break the siege of Gaza. In a short time, this boat will be filled with hundreds of people who will be trying to make our way to Gaza to deliver aid and to deliver solidarity and say, you are not alone. We, the people of the world, are with you. We hope the Israelis don't stop us along the way. We hope we complete our mission to actually get to Gaza, that we will not stop until the people of Palestine are free.
And we have with us today Tighe Barry with Code Pink. Welcome to Politics Done Right. Tighe, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you, actually, but I'm in Turkey right now. I would like to be in Gaza helping my brothers and sisters and children and the others. Yes, very bad things are happening there.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you...
I was just thinking about when your introduction is, I know personally that there are Americans, U.S. citizens, that hold Israeli passports as well as American passports and are fighting on behalf of another country. There are congressional representatives that have gone and joined the IDF, a foreign government, a foreign military committing genocide. So we have to keep this in mind as we talk.
Great. Well, look, that is so true. And, imagine if one of our brothers and sisters from, let's say, Iran, or one of our brothers and sisters from Saudi Arabia, or one of our brothers and sisters from UAW decided to have an American passport as well as a UAE passport and say, I am going to go fight a war that UAE is fighting. I don't think we would look so kindly on that. I think it is time for, and look, the only reason these things occur is that the American citizenry are not quite well informed. And if you want a good example, your story isn't being covered in the United States right now. And when I heard about it, I said I needed to give a platform. Tell me, why are you in Turkey right now?
Well, my story is a little different than a lot of people, and I begin to cry when I think of Gaza, because I've been to Gaza since 2009. I've been there 11 times. I have family and friends. I know it's a common narrative for your Jewish American or your Israeli American to say, I have family in Israel. I'm worried about my family in Israel. Really? I've lost contact with my family in Han Yunis. Now, are they blood relatives? No. But many of these people that claim to have relatives, claim to have people in Israel in danger, also do not have blood relatives, but they consider them family. I have been there 11 times. I know my Palestinian brothers and sisters. I know my friends from Gaza, and I know what they are capable of doing and incapable of doing.
Let's talk about, what are you and Code Pink doing in Turkey right now?
Well, right now, me and my fellows that identify as Code Pink are here to bring the most important vital necessity of 5,500 tons of food, medical equipment, medicines, wheelchairs, all the things that the people of Gaza will need when this horrific genocide is concluded. Inshallah, it's concluded. Inshallah means God willing. But it's become a phrase, it's Arabic, obviously. It's become a phrase that's become that comes off of everybody's mouth, because it's solidarity. It's solidarity with the Palestinian people. And so we need to get this aid in.
So tell me, what do you guys have? How many of you are out there? What kind of sponsorship do you have? And I understand that you have several ships to go over, ready to get into Gaza right now. Is that correct?
Yes, we have 3 boats that I know about right here in Turkey. The rest of the flotilla is not in my purview. I'm not that level of
organization.
The central committee.
Right.
Yeah, the organization. But we have one very large passenger ship. We have a smaller passenger ship, and we have a huge freighter. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of it. It's massive. I personally have not seen it. It's docked in a secret location because the Israelis have multiple times destroyed our equipment. We have to keep this as secret as possible. Not because we want to be non-transparent. We want to be transparent. It's just that we have been sabotaged so many times.
So when
but the boats are ready. We're ready to leave.
Are the boats stocked with food and medicines already?
Well, the main cargo ship has all that stuff on it, ready to go. It is ready. And you know, the fact that we, as common, like I worked in film and television for 18 years. Like I'm just a guy, man. I'm an artist, and I like to play with, you know, my family in California. I like to, you know, I go surfing. I'm not from the government. My government should be bringing 5,500 tons of aid and not let Israel go through it.
Wait, how many tons? 5,000 tons?
Tons of aid, man. Yeah. And this is all by individual donations. This is like unheard of. IHAHA, or IAH, is an organization that is the head, or the, I don't know what you want to say. Like they're the guys who got the boats, organized this whole thing. IHAHA is a well established NGO. It has a place at the UN. It's a like someone the UN goes to for aid. They're in 150 countries around the world. They came to Katrina. They come to places where Muslims mostly are in danger, and they help out. I've been in Gaza after many invasions and massacres by the Israeli crowd, and IHAHA is always there.
Now, before we end, because why is it that you're not? Why are you in port and not sailing on to port or something in Gaza right now?
Well, my brother, I'm pretty sure you could answer that question yourself, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The United States government, which is the most powerful government in the world today, and this is why people like me, this is my opinion, call it the empire, because we have bases around the world. China doesn't have bases around the world. Russia doesn't have bases around the world. We have bases around the world. We are the only ones that are supporting this genocide. It's you and me, my brother. I don't know if you carry an American passport, but if you do, even if you live in the United States and don't carry an American passport, you're responsible for this. In 1940, you know, in the 1940s, my father went over to fight what he thought was fascism. Nobody even knew that there was a genocide going on. They didn't have a clue. That took years to all of a sudden they figured out what was going on, and people were burned in ovens. Then they came to this conclusion that there was this thing called the Holocaust. Right now, we are at the beginning of this. 5 to 10 years from now, you Americans, and I'm pointing at you Americans, are going to feel the suffering and the pain that German people have felt for 70 years. They are always thought of as genociders and Nazi sympathizers. We are allowing this to happen. It's not Israel alone. Every bomb, every bullet, every plane that comes from that country that kills innocent people in Gaza, in Palestine, West Bank, has our name on it. We pay for it. We just spent $27 billion.
Billion dollars, yeah.
$26 billion to fund a genocide. I think
it's important for what I tell most of my American brothers and sisters is, if you want to know what's really going on, look at what's happening in Gaza, which isn't all that far from Tel Aviv, which isn't all that far from Jerusalem. This is a very small area. 2 cities. One says that they're aggrieved. The IDF and Netanyahu says, "Oh, we are under attack." Take a look at Gaza. Take a look at Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv people are going to have their coffees. They're going to work, and they're doing their thing. They're driving their cars on their freeways. Gaza is rubble with our bombs. Now, we at some point in time, we are going to have to self-reflect. And I fear that something that you said is prescient, and that is, just as the Germans are all, whenever you hear German, the first thing you think about is Holocaust. We don't want it to be the first time you hear American. It's what's occurring in Gaza, and Gaza is just one instantiation. Well, look, I really wanted to let Americans know that there are Americans in the Gaza area now. You're in Turkey, that are doing the humanitarian thing, not the military thing, the humanitarian thing, to go out there and feed babies, feed women, feed men, heal women, heal babies, heal men, and do the right thing. I thank you so kindly, Tighe Barry, for what you're doing out there. And, keep me posted as far as how successful you are in getting over 5,000 tons of food and medicine over to Gaza.
Well, I should tell every American, get on the phone, call your State Department, call your representative, call your senator, call the White House, send emails. Let us sail. We have no way of hurting Israel. The only thing we can do is help people on the ground.
Thank you
and
so
it's
kindly.
Time for Americans to step up.
Tighe Barry, thank you so kindly for speaking with me.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.